Time to get your collar pressed. Time to get yourself all dressed. Time to get your shiny dance shoes on, 'cause everybody's jumping at Jax. All the kids are coming down, just to dig the swinging sound. You can hear the band from miles away, 'cause everybody's jumping at Jax. Here's a little well-known secret, sure as there's the sky above. Nothing could be any sweeter than dancing with the one you love. When life is like a sour note, here's a happy antidote. Come to where the party never ends, 'cause everybody's jumping at Jax.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Campus JAX. Thank you all for being here. If you've never been to Campus JAX before, you should know that this venue has music 6 nights a week, and you're already eating what I think is really fantastic food. So we appreciate you being here and hope that you will continue to come back and support live music here. Jazz every Thursday and some Sundays and other random days, and then different types of music throughout the week. They have songwriters night. It's just a great place that we musicians love it here, and they take good care of us, and so we appreciate you making all that possible. And want to let you know also to check the calendar if you can. There's some great shows coming up, most notably my own band next week. So Thursday night, yeah. And so we're going to hold this show until each of you takes out your phone and gets a seat for next week's show. No. You guys could be coming on up. You waiting for some kind of introduction? I'm only introducing one of you. Anyways, this I'm excited about tonight. I first heard Alex. One of my favorite vocalists in town is Leah Booth, who I'm sure many of you know. And I asked Leah, like, tell me about some, new singers in town I don't know. And the first one came out of her mouth was Alex, and then we worked together, and boy, she was right, because Alex can sing. And so I had the privilege of being able to be involved in getting this album produced, and it's an amazing project. And so we're glad you're here to celebrate it tonight. And without any further ado, please let me introduce to you Alex Robinson.
East of the sun and west of the moon, we'll build a dream house of love, dear, near to the sun in the day and near to the moon at night. We'll live in a lovely way, dear, living on love and pale moonlight, just you and I, forever and a day. Our love will not die, we'll keep it that way. Up above the stars we'll find a harmony of life to a lovely tune. East of the sun and west of the moon, dear. East of the sun, west of the moon. of the sun and west of the moon. We'll build a dream house of love, dear, near to the sun in the day and near to the moon at night. We'll live in a lovely way, dear, living on love and pale moonlight, oh, just you and I, forever and a day. Our love will not die, we'll keep it that way. Up above the stars we'll find a harmony of life to a lovely tune, east of the sun and west of the moon, dear, east of the sun and west of the moon. Thank you all so much. Thank you for being here. It means the world to me that you've come out to help me celebrate the release of this album. It's my very first album that I've put out with all of these fantastic musicians you see behind me, and a few more that we'll bring up as the night goes on. I will make sure to introduce you to them. I'm sure many of you know them and have seen them here and other places around. This next tune, I'm gonna bring up the first special guest of the night, if he would like to make his way up as I'm talking. This is a tune by Frank Lesser called Happy to Make Your Acquaintance, and I first heard it sung as a duet between Carmen McRae and Sammy Davis Jr. And if you're familiar with this particular recording, the lyric of this tune is all about what is the proper way to greet someone when you meet them informally. And on this recording, Carmen is singing the lyric to Sammy, and Sammy is responding with, "Oh, that's the squarest thing I've ever heard." And, like what? You mean groovy? And so I knew I wanted to turn this into a duet. And so I asked Stephen here if he would be the role of Sammy Davis, but instead of with his voice on the trombone. So please welcome to the stage my husband, Stephen Robinson. When you meet somebody for the first time, there are special things you're supposed to say, which you may not mean, but they sound polite as can be. Would you like to learn them? Well then, repeat after me. Happy to make your acquaintance. Thank you so much, I feel fine. Happy to make your acquaintance. And let me say the pleasure is mine. How do you do? Pleased to know you. And though my English is poor, I'm happy to make your acquaintance. Now won't you please say likewise? No, no, likewise. No, no, likewise. I'm sure To know you, and though my English is poor, I'm happy to make your acquaintance. Now won't you please say likewise? No, no, likewise, no, no, likewise. I'm Thank you so much. That's Stephen Robinson again on the trombone. All right, we're gonna slow it down a little bit already with one of my favorite ballads. This is a tune called If the Moon Turns Green. Just when I thought that fate was unkind and happiness could never be, I got a shock and I changed my mind. A miracle happened to me. If the moon turns green and shadows get up and walk around and clouds come tumbling to the ground, I wouldn't be surprised. 'Cause didn't you fall in love with me? If the stars turn blue and willows that weep begin to sing and winter changes into spring, I would not raise my eyes. 'Cause didn't you fall in love with me? I thought I was foolish to think of romance with someone as charming as you. The moon turns green and rivers begin to flow upstream. And this is all a crazy dream. I wouldn't be surprised, 'cause anything can happen when you can fall in love with me. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so we're all here celebrating the release of this record, and the record is called I Really Oughta Tell You, and the name of the record comes from the title track of the record of the same name, and this track is one that I wrote. And so when we were putting this record together and Tony had said, hey, you want to make a record? I'll help you make a record. And I said, heck yeah, I want you to help me make a record. The first thing I was thinking of was, what am I going to put on the set list? And I knew I wanted to include at least one tune that I wrote. I would do mostly jazz standards, but I wanted to write something. But the problem with that is that everything I had written up to that point was very dark. It was all about all of the darkest traumas I had experienced in my life, which I figured I would save that for like the third record maybe, you know? And so I knew for this first record I wanted to write something that was just fun and swinging, just joyful to listen to and easy. And so I wrote this little bebop melody, and I decided to make it about when you first catch feelings for somebody, you've got a first crush on them, it hasn't turned into deep love yet, and you're trying to, you know, figure out how you're gonna tell them how you feel. You know, a joyful time in life, easy, except in true fashion to myself, the narrator of this particular tune has a debilitating anxiety disorder. And so as the melody goes on, the lyric starts to spiral out as they imagine every possible thing that can go wrong once the person has been notified of their feelings. So this is a tune that I wrote, the title track of the record. It's called I Really Oughta Tell You. Could you give me a C, please? Thank you. Cool. Right? 1, 2, 1, 2. Something inside me stirring from my head right down to my toes. I try to keep quiet so it doesn't get out. I really ought to tell you, but I can't let it show. When you're passing by me, my heart starts doubling time, a thumping and bumping right out of my chest. I really ought to tell you that I wish you were mine, 'cause so what a moment that would be to know you reciprocate the warm and fuzzy feeling I keep buried down inside, way too deep to find. And it'll stay there 'cause I cannot take the public humiliation when you inevitably reject me, and I run away back to the safety of my secret. I'll keep it under lock and key. Guess I'll never know what could have been. I really ought to tell you, I really ought to tell you, then I'd be free. Oh, last night I woke from dreaming of a smile that I couldn't quite place. It took a second or two, but then I knew it was you. Oh, I really ought to tell you that I pictured your face so clearly in my fantasy. I could almost believe it was real. I know what I gotta do to make this dream come true. I really ought to tell you so that you can reveal that I've been on your mind for far too long. Or perhaps you could tell me first, then I don't need the courage to initiate this dance. Won't you take the chance? Cause if you don't, then I either have to risk mortification or regret so everlasting that it goes to my grave. So I will cave to indecision, where I know my heart will never break. But I'll just keep wishing for the rest of my days. I really ought to tell you, is that you're coming my way? What could I possibly say? Don't want to sound like a fool. I guess I'll try to be cool. Oh no. What'll I say? I guess I'll just say hello. Thank you very much. All right. We're gonna bring the energy up and down throughout this night. So this is another tune, another ballad, favorite ballad of mine. But before we get into this, I wanna just acknowledge some of the musicians that you just heard. You heard a solo from Jeremy Siskind on the piano. And you heard a solo from Marlon Martinez back here on the bass. Every single musician that you'll see tonight, I'm sure you recognize most, if not all of them already. They're all fantastic artists, composers in their own right, and I'm really honored to be up on stage with all of them. So thanks so much. This next tune is one of my favorite ballads. I actually initially didn't know that I wanted to include this one on the record, but when I did that first gig with Tony a year and a half ago now, Jeremy was on that gig as well at the Festival of Arts in Laguna. And we did this particular tune, and it went so well. Like, I loved the vibe that was created by the players, and so I was pleasantly surprised, and I decided I wanted to include it on the record. So this is a tune called Angel Eyes. So drink up, all you people. Order anything you see. Have fun, you happy people. The drink and the laughs on me. Try to think that was not around, but it's uncomfortably near. My old heart ain't gaining no ground, because my angel eyes ain't here. Oh, angel eyes, that old devil scent, they glow unbearably bright. Need I say that my love's misspent on angel eyes tonight? So drink up, all you people. Order anything you see. Have fun, you happy people. The drink and the laughs on me. Pardon me, but I've got facts uncommonly clear. I've gotta find who's now number one, and why my angel eyes ain't here. Order anything you see. Have fun, you happy people. The drink and the laughs on me. Pardon me, but I've gotta run. The facts uncommonly clear. I've gotta find who's now number one, and why my angel eyes ain't here. Excuse me while I Thank you so much. All right, this next one's gonna feature another special guest number 2 of the night. This is a Rodgers and Hart tune that I learned back when I was in college, many moons ago. And I love this particular tune because it is nothing like my actual personality. So it's really fun to embody this tune. If you don't already know it, I'm gonna let you be surprised by these lyrics instead of telling you what it's about. So this is a tune called Everything I've Got Belongs to You, and this is gonna feature Tony Guerrero on trumpet. Tony was much more than a trumpet player on this album. He was the producer of the album, he was the vocal mixer, and here, use all my resources because you don't know anything about making an album. So I'm very grateful that he's here, and he's gonna play a feature on this too. He's gonna count in 4. That's cool. 1, 2, 1, 2. I've got eyes for you to give you dirty looks. I've got words that do not come from children's books. There's a trick with a knife I'm learning to do, and everything I've got belongs to you. I've a powerful anesthesia in my fist and a perfect wrist to give your neck a twist. There are hammerlock holds, I've mastered a few, and everything I've got belongs to you. Share for share, share alike. You get struck each time I strike. Me for you, you for me. I'll give you plenty of nothing. I'm not yours for better, but for worse. And I've learned to give the well-known witch's curse. I have a terrible tongue, a temper for two, and everything I've got belongs to you. I have eyes for you to give you dirty looks. I have words that do not come from children's books. There's a trick with a knife I'm learning to do, and everything I've got belongs to you. I've a powerful anesthesia in my fist, and the perfect wrist to give your neck a twist. There are hammerlock holds, I've mastered a few, and everything I've got belongs to you. Oh, share for share, share alike. You get struck each time I strike. Me for you, you for me. I'll give you plenty of nothing. I'm not yours marble tongue, a temper for two, and everything I've got belongs to you. It belongs to you. Thank y'all so much. Once again, that featured Tony on the trumpet and and Jeremy on the keys, and on the last note. And the last person on stage I haven't introduced yet, that also featured Charles Ruggiero back here on the drums. Thank you so much. All right, so a couple of years ago, I did a stint doing the piano bar on a Disney cruise ship. And it was my first time ever doing a solo piano bar type of thing, and so I was very surprisingly nervous about being able to answer people's requests. Like, I didn't know, I'm not one of those people who've been doing piano bars for 10 plus years and have all the hits memorized, and so I worked really hard to memorize a bunch of tunes. And the one set that I was convinced that I had down was the Disney tunes, because I'm a big Disney nerd, Disney music nerd, and so I would do this set called Disney by Request. And that was the one set where I was like, I've got this in the bag, I know all these tunes, no one's gonna stump me in these sets. And to my surprise, I was very humbled, and I was stumped usually multiple times a set when I did this Disney set. Turns out there are bigger nerds in the world than me. And I was constantly stumped by very deep cuts from Disney movies I hadn't seen, or hadn't seen since I was very little. So this next tune was actually one of those tunes that I got stumped by in the piano bar. Somebody requested this song. It's from Alice in Wonderland. And they said, can you play Very Good Advice from Alice in Wonderland? And I was like, can I play a what? Turns out it's actually been recorded by several jazz musicians before. If you've heard Dave Brubeck's Disney record, this tune is on there if you're a Dave Brubeck fan. And it's a really cheeky, fun tune. The reason many of us may not remember it is because in the film, Alice doesn't sing the melody. She's kind of talking and crying the lyrics towards the end of the film. So the melody might not stick in our heads if we've only seen the film, but it's actually got a beautiful melody, and it's a fun, playful tune. So it quickly became one of my favorites. After that set, you know when someone requests a tune that you don't know and you go leave the set and you kind of hang your head, you're like, ah. And so I went back, watched all of Alice in Wonderland, learned the tune, and then, of course, she wasn't there when I played it the next time, but, I felt good about myself. So this is a tune from Alice in Wonderland called Very Good Advice. I give myself very good advice, but I very seldom follow it. That explains the trouble that I'm always in. Be patient is very good advice, but the waiting makes me curious. And I love the change should something strange begin. I went along my merry way, but I never stopped to reason. I should have known there'd be a price to pay someday. I give myself very good advice, but I very seldom follow it. Will I ever learn to do the things I should? Very good advice, but I very seldom follow it. That explains the trouble that I'm always in. Be patient, it's very good advice, but the waiting makes me curious. And I'd love to change should something strange begin. To reason, I should have known there'd be a price to pay. Someday I give myself very good advice, but I very seldom follow it. Will I ever learn to do? Will I ever learn to do? Will I ever learn to do the things I should? Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, this next tune is gonna be a vocal and piano duo. So I don't know if you all just want to chill up here for the tune. You can do whatever you like. This is a tune that has really hardly ever been recorded. I first heard it sung by the late, great Shirley Horn. I don't know if there's any Shirley Horn fans in the audience, but if you're not, you should be. That's your homework after you leave this show. I don't care if you buy, just kidding, please buy my CD. But I would really like you to go listen to some Shirley Horn. She's probably my biggest musical hero. And so this is where I heard this tune from. And it's a tune by the French composer Michel Legrand with lyrics by the other late greats, Alan and Marilyn Bergman. So this is a really beautiful love song called One at a Time. Hope you enjoy it. Let me have one smile at a time. Let me have one kiss at a time. So we'll have enough to last a lifetime. One at a time. Let the leaves fall one at a time. Let the stars take turns up above while we're making love one night at a time. One sip of wine every day, like hearing that you're mine every day. Only fools would will it away or spell it the way they do. Give me one at a time with you. One sip of wine every day, like hearing that you're mine every day. Only fools could will it away or spill it the way they do. So till we run out of time, give me one at a time with you. That's Jeremy Siskind on the piano. All right, I'm gonna bring the band back up, and I'm gonna bring my husband back up, because we're in a lovey-dovey mood. So this next one's a number, I'm keeping on the sentimental train now. This is another one of my favorite love songs, and really no better reason to put it on the record other than just I like to sing it, and it's fun, and it's one of my favorite songs of all time. And so this was the first single I put out from the record, because hey, I was putting out the record on January 30th. Our wedding anniversary was January 1st. I thought, how serendipitous. Let's put out the love song that we played together on our anniversary. So, keeping the love train going, this is a tune called Easy Living. Is it in the... Yes, it is. Okay. I remembered it. Not as slow as the last one. Living for you is easy living. It's easy to live when you're in love. And I'm so in love. There's nothing in life but you. I'll never The years I'm giving, they're easy to give. When you're in love, I'm happy to do whatever I do for you. For you. Maybe I'm a fool, but it's fun. People say you ruled me with one wave of your hand. Darling, it's grand. They just don't understand. Living for you is easy living. It's easy to live when you're in love. And I'm so in love. There's nothing in life but you. It's fun. People say you rule me with one wave of your hand. Darling, it's grand. They just don't understand. Living for you is easy living. It's easy to live when you're in love. And I'm so in love. There's nothing in life but you. There's nothing in life but you. Thank you so much. Once again, I featured Steven on the trombone. And I'm going to bring the rest of the horn players actually back up here. Special treat. It's a horn bonanza. I was going to say fiasco, but that's not what I want this to be. That's the wrong word. So this next tune is another one of those that I feel like I do not relate to in my everyday life, in my personality, but I want to, and so I choose these tunes to sing to harness this energy, and in this particular case, this carefree energy. So this is a tune entitled Devil May Care. You're going to hear from Steven again, as well as Tony again, as well as Doug Webb on the saxophone. glad you got comfy with those ballads, because we're going to kick up the MPH a little bit. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I can be. I've learned to love and to live. Devil may care. No blues or woes, whatever comes later goes. That's how I take and I give. Devil may care. When the day is through, I suffer no regrets. I know that she who frets loses the night. For all your fool dreams, she can hold back the dawn. She who is wise never tries to realize what's past and gone. So live love today and come tomorrow. What may, don't even stop for a sigh. It doesn't help when you cry. That's how I live and I'll die. Devil may care. That's how I'll take and I'll give. Devil may care. When the day is through, I suffer no regrets. I know that she who frets loses the night. For only a fool dreams she can hold back the dawn. She who is wise never tries to revise what's past and gone. So if you love today and come tomorrow, what may, don't even stop for a sigh. It doesn't help when you cry. That's how I'll live and I'll die. Devil may care. Devil may care. Thank you very much. Once again, you heard from Steven, Tony, Doug over there. Thank you. Oh, I gotta move so they can leave the stage. Bye. All right.
Hey, before you, since you guys are still clearing the stage here, I should mention that we just started the radio reports for this album this week, and meaning that it got sent out to all the radio stations. It is the #2 most added jazz album in the country right now to radio. So, in spite of the drum solos, even with all the drum solos.
I happened to pass your doorway, gave you a buzz, that's all. Lately I've thought lots about you, so I thought I'd pay a social call. Do you recall the old days? We used to have a ball. Not that I'm lonesome without you, I just thought I'd pay a social call. I'd lie and say things are just swell, but to tell the truth, I haven't been too well. And if you should try to kiss me, I promise I won't stall. Maybe we'll get back together, starting with an incidental, elemental, simple social call. doorway. I gave you a buzz, that's all. Lately I've thought lots about you, so I thought I'd pay a social call. Do you recall the old days? We used to have a ball. Not that I'm lonesome without you, but I just thought that I'd pay you a social call, and I'd lie and say things are just swell. But to tell the truth, I haven't been too well. And if you should try to kiss me, I promise I won't stall. Maybe we'll get back together, starting with an incidental, simple social call. Thank you so much. We've just got a couple tunes left for you. So I just want to say thank you again to all of you for being here to help me celebrate this record. It means the absolute world to me that you're here, and I'm so, so excited for you all to hear it, even though you've just mostly heard it tonight. But it's fine. So I want to share a couple things with you before we go on. First thing, if you'd like to take home a CD, a couple of my lovely, lovely students will be hanging out back there at the table by the front door with some CDs. So feel free to pick one up on your way out. I also want to give a shout out to the artwork on the record. The photographer who took those photos, her name is Dana Gaydon. She is fabulous. And also the designer of the record, Charles Ruggiero. Thank you so much. All right, without further ado, this next tune is one of my all-time favorite songs, and so I spent a lot of time thinking about how I wanted to arrange it in a way that made it unique to me without completely dissecting it into something that took it away from the original beauty of the tune, because I really believe this tune can stand alone as one of the most beautiful songs ever written. So I wanted to do it justice while also making it something that felt like me. So this is a Joni Mitchell tune called Both Sides Now. Rows and flows of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air and feather canyons everywhere. I've looked at clouds that way, but now they only block the sun. They rain and snow on everyone. So many things I could have done, but clouds got in my way. I've looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's cloud illusions I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. Moons and Junes and Ferris wheels, the dizzy dancing way you feel as every fairy tale comes real. I've looked at love that way, but now it's just another show. You leave 'em laughing when you go, and if you care, don't let them know. Don't give yourself away. I've looked at love from both sides now, from give and take, and still somehow it's love's illusions times I recall, I really don't know love at all. Tears and fears and feeling proud to say I love you right out loud. Dreams and schemes and circus crowds, I've looked at life that way. But now old friends are acting strange. They shake their heads. They say I've changed and something's lost, but something's gained in living every day. I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's life's illusions. I recall I really don't know life at all. I've looked at life from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's life's illusions. I recall I really don't know life. I 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 don't know.
Thank y'all very, very, very much. We've reached our last tune of the evening. So I'd just like to give a shout out to every single one of these musicians one more time. That's Jeremy Siskind on the piano. Yes, please. That's Marlon Martinez on the bass. This is Charles Ruggiero back here on the drums. Drummer and graphic designer extraordinaire. You also heard from not on stage, that was Stephen Robinson. You heard on the trombone. And Tony Guerrero, you heard on the trumpet and flugelhorn, and music director and producer extraordinaire. And you have noticed that we've brought Doug Webb back to the stage for this last tune. One of my all-time favorite jazz albums is Soul Station by Hank Mobley. Yes. And so I decided to take Hank Mobley's solo on If I Should Lose You and write lyrics to it, which ended up being no small feat. Alex gets humbled again, so it seems. And so I took this tune, I wrote original vocalese over Hank Mobley's solo. So this is gonna be a nod to Hank Mobley in a couple ways. You're gonna hear his melody with my lyrics, and then you're gonna hear a tenor feature played by Doug over here. So thank you so much again for being here. I'm gonna shameless plug a couple things before I sing. Go to Tony's show next week. Go. I won't hold you hostage, but you should still get a ticket before you leave. And as I mentioned earlier, there will be some CDs back there for you to pick up. I'm happy to sign them if you want. And thank you so much again for being here. So without further ado, this is If I Should Lose You. If I should lose you, the stars would fall from the sky. If I should lose you, the leaves would wither and die. The birds in Maytime would sing a mournful refrain. And I would wander around hating the sound of rain. With you beside me, the rose would bloom in the snow. With you beside me, no wind of winter would blow. I gave you my love, and I was living a dream, but living would seem in vain if I lost you. Remember when we were younger, everything was simpler, everything was rosy. You'd call and laugh with me, we'd go on until the wee small hours of the morning. I don't recall exactly who said it first. When you admitted how we felt about each other, it was simultaneously felt between the two of us at once. Just as nobody could come between the things that we were creating, a great love, the likes of which no other compared. We could go anywhere and be happy just because we were together. The days and the years went by, our love grew stronger. You and I, we sang our song. And one day you asked me if I'd be your wife, and I said, okay. At first we were always dancing, lovingly romancing, but life had a funny way of throwing wrenches in your plans. I couldn't help but notice that your wedding band is suddenly gone. Where did we go wrong, even though we don't always agree? Maybe it's because we're always working, but I don't think it's a sure thing. Yeah, so it takes a lot of effort to maintain what we used to have so easily. But who are you to decide for us that it's no longer worth it to put in the time to work out what's the matter? To be sure to simply cut the lights and call it quits. I'm moody, impatient, and sometimes uptight. And you can be stubborn, cranky, and demanding. You promise to be safe for better or for worse, and I still think you make me better. I don't know whether or not you see things the way I do, but I do know that you still feel something for me. I can see it in your eyes, the way that you said my name. With such a tenderness, I know you feel it there inside you, so don't conceal yourself from me. Oh, there's so much that's in store for the two of us. Why fight the voices still inside you that are saying we can make it safely to the other side of this? I'm willing to reflect on my choices and meet you in the middle of this crossroads. Oh, would you take my hand and join me here so we can proceed together through this lifelong journey of our love? Stars from above are shining brightly for us.
if I lost you in vain, if I lost you, if I lost you, if I lost you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Robinson. Alex Robinson. That's Marlon Martinez back there on the bass. Mr. Jeremy Siskind on the piano. Back there trying his hardest on the drums. That is Charles Ruggiero right there. Doug Webb on saxophone. Stephen Robinson on the trombone. That's golden running sound back there. And once again, how about it for Alex Robinson? All right, we hope to see you here next week, right? And every week after that. So just save your seats. All right? Good night, get home safely. We'll see you soon.